Wednesday! Psycho, Evie, thank you so much for the resubs.
Thank you very much.
3 years of eggs, cannibalism, and living below the sea level. Like, I'm not sure why that's not a song yet.
I think Disney did something like that in the 90s. It had a talking crab with, I believe, Jamaican accent.
And yes. There are eggs and they eat each other. Wow, that completely took me out of it.
I redid the thing. Now it's a solid. I still don't love it. It will keep going through iterations, but now it is slightly more readable. Thank you very much.
Thank you both for the
Happy
resub.
Wednesday, dudes, dudettes, everybody. How are you all doing? Things are breaking more and more, and I don't know why.
Also run, Dark
like
Lord. But
yes,
you probably still have plenty of time.
Evie, congrats on being second and first. That's impressive.
Especially in that order.
Did any of you, Tifa, see, saw it on Reddit today, I think it's called Asian Games 2023. It's like the Olympic Games, but only for the Asian countries.
No.
The South Korean, was it inline skating or was it ice skating? Skating. So a skating competition.
Okay.
It's a race. And the South Korean dude is first.
Okay.
And I forgot who the second one is, but the second place is right behind him, like in his air draft kind of thing. And South Korean guy goes super fast.
Was it a Mario Kart moment?
Kind of. And he's first, and he raises his hands, his arms in jubilation that he made first. But the guy behind him doesn't slow down. And like he slides, and second guy was first by 100th second. Like his skate was just beyond the finish line before the already celebrating guy won. And
that's painful.
Not only was this for the gold medal, but you need to know for this to fully hurt properly, but apparently in South Korea, if you are an athlete or you're in a team of athletes and you win a gold medal, you get exemption from military service.
Let me guess, the next day straight into military.
I don't know about that, but now the team had the chance to not have to go to military service, but because he was already celebrating and lost the race, now they all have to go.
But I thought Korea doesn't make any exemptions.
Apparently they do.
Like none at all.
Apparently they do. Or so I have read on Reddit, which is truly the source of all truths in the world. I could have been bamboozled. I did not fact check this.
Because I remember also, Nando, happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Nice to see you. I remember like last week when we were talking about, what was it, BTS?
Yes.
Like they didn't get an exemption either of going to the military, despite making billions for the country.
Something.
I don't know the name.
I remember asking what BTS stands for. And I already forgot two.
Like they had to go as well. There was no, you don't get to go even though you make so much money.
Well, being one of the world's biggest music acts isn't quite the same as an Olympic gold medal, no, is it?
Well, I would say that one makes the country more money than the other, but
I do not make the rules.
I have no clue, honestly.
Ask South Korean government official for this.
I can't say. But the thing is, that happens quite often actually, that athletes already start celebrating just before they hit the finish. I believe it also happened last month during a what's the thingy in English? The race bikes?
Tifa, you are so unaware of your position in frame that people could only see one arm, and what I saw in my corner of my eye was you doing. So they were doing in this competition.
I was trying to make a bike frame. What do you call those race bikes?
Yeah, but do it in the camera.
What do you call those race bikes in English? Wielrenners in Dutch.
A bike race? What are you talking about?
Are they just literally called race
bikes? A racing bike.
Yeah. You know, those competitions.
Yes.
I think it was last month. I don't know if it was in Italy or no clue where. There were 2 people from the same team who held hands and both wanted to cross the finish line at the same time. And they were still like 30 meters away from the finish, and they were like rolling towards it.
90 feet, roughly.
Basically like that.
And doing live imperial metric translation speed.
And then in the background you see the third place like cycling really hard, and they're already like celebrating.
And he is going
he just went
full over.
Cut them off, went through. And the others were like, what? Is this legal?
Yeah, that's
I
rough,
feel
man.
So bad.
It's painful.
Well, the one thing you can learn from it is don't celebrate early.
Yeah, celebrate when you actually won, not when you think that you will win. I think that's better, yeah.
Well.
Also, the BTS theme translates to something like bulletproof boys. Thank you for reminding me. That's what it was. Also, hello Dark Lord, happy Wednesday. Any country that forces its citizens to protect it with a draft of similar is unworthy of protection. I will go one farther. I believe that all military services should be abolished. And then usually when I say something like this to my grandfather, he goes, but who will protect us if we get attacked? See, that's the beauty of my thinking. If there is no military to attack you, you don't need a military to defend yourself with. See?
I can agree, but that's never going to happen.
I
Absolutely
will keep
never.
dreaming. I will keep having that as my personal utopia. So, the screens aren't straight. I had to disable the bottom banner because that thing kept being even more out of sync. It's a weird transitional period here. I had to reboot the computer 4 times because it didn't acknowledge any audio devices. So there was absolutely no sound. It's going well.
Well,
It's going well.
RPC likes its peace and quiet.
Apparently, yes, but that's very counterproductive if you plan to do a live stream in that day.
It's not getting it with us.
Never seen anyone jerk off while on a cycling race. I'm pretty sure that exists, but
Never say never.
also can't say that I've never seen this and I don't plan to either. Is there a Dutch version of don't count your chickens before they hatch?
Oh, I know there is, but I don't remember.
She's
Wait,
googling it.
I need to
Also, you forget to set back finger.
quickly check that. I definitely know there is Dutch.
She's googling. Only have black pills for you, Jack. What's a black pill? I feel like I should know this.
Oh yeah, man, you shouldn't praise the day before it's evening.
Den Tag nicht vor dem Abend loben.
Yeah, that's the one I recall. I believe there are some other ones as well, but I do not remember at the moment. Let me close this again.
Don't butter your monkeys before they fell out of a tree.
I mean, that's actually
That sounds very Dutch.
that is actually a good one.
Don't celebrate pooping the last frog out if you could be constipated.
wait, can I
Evie
steal that one?
Fully owning her Dutch honorary citizenship heritage. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
I'm making sure I don't forget
The
this
badly
one.
photoshopped lady from the Dutch exams does approve of this message. Yeah, she does.
Awesome. How did you like the start of Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
Oh yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Once you've met the first set of main characters, the game opens up and it's like...
I love the main characters. The moment they started speaking, they already had me, but...
That's because of the accents.
I mean, yeah. That's like a big part of it.
Seems fun so far. Not super far into it though. Okay, fair enough. You will get there. And then we can all debate whether 1, 2 or 3 are the best.
It's definitely the funniest one out of the bunch.
If you do the side content.
Not even just with the side content.
Oh, true.
Also main story
yeah,
wise.
fair enough. The pacing is different in that one. It is the funniest one. And even more so if you do the side content stuff.
That yes. Did you see the Danganronpa art game?
Master Detective Archives Raincoat. Yes, still waiting for that to be a multi-plat release before I buy it on Steam. On the Switch. I'm hoping it comes to Switch. Yeah, that's why I was just trying to correct. See, that's a problem. If you once make a mistake saying something, people will already start thinking of replies. I have only myself to blame. No, I'm hoping it's gonna be on other platforms as well, because I would love to buy it on Steam. But if that doesn't happen in the next couple of months, then I'll just get the Steam version. The Switch version! Now I'm not doing it anymore.
It's okay, you got this. No, I want to play it. I've heard good things from everyone here that has played it, but haven't started it yet. Do you have the game? Did you start playing it?
Doubt it can be funnier than Planet, the visual novel infamous for being a tearjerker. Well, humor is subjective. I can tell you I had the most ha-ha fun with Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
3 I enjoyed the most, but that's because...
But 3 had an amazing storyline. Like a 10 out of 10 storyline. A 20 out of 10 storyline.
I just thought of a great analogy, but I don't want to use it because it's potentially spoilers for Xenoblade 3. So I won't. It will have to live in my head. What about all 400 hours of Tokimeki Memorial? See, I know that is a franchise that exists as well, but...
I don't think I've heard of it. Also, is Planet really that funny? I thought it was more of a setting. I remember watching a couple of episodes of the anime, and that could have been like 15 years ago, honestly. And I remember dropping it, because I couldn't really get into the art style.
Hey Tifa, why don't we play through all Tokimeki Memorial games
How
in
many
order?
games are there?
There are... I had to scroll down 4 times. Oh, and we need to buy stuff. It's on everything and phones. So
show me some pictures of...
Here. It is a dating sim. At least Tokimeki Memorial 4 is. It was a PSP game. Only in Japan. Sorry, don't speak Japanese. Don't know if there's a fan translation.
There probably is with how big it seems to be, but I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
Is it the hiccups?
It is the hiccups.
Visual novel specifically has killer humor.
Okay.
So it makes you laugh and then it punches you in the fields? After Omori, I don't think I'm ready for more of that. I think I watched one episode of Clan, I only remember the weird feeling I got. I know that that's a thing and it's like this institution because it's like, I keep hearing it and I've been hearing about it for like, I want to say 20 years, ever since I started getting into anime and stuff.
You've never seen Planet either?
No.
Oh. I think I've seen like 5 or 6 episodes maybe, I don't fully remember. I just know that I dropped it.
Oh.
And I never really got to watch it again.
Well, there's still time. I could still watch it if you want to.
You could definitely try again. Some stuff that I wasn't a big fan of back then, I started liking now, so...
Like me.
Exactly.
That wasn't the smartest thing to say for myself. Just realized, like I was thinking, oh, that sounds kind of sweet, I must say, and then I realized, wait, no, it's actually not.
Consider it an improvement.
Thank you, that's very sweet. It's old as hell. It's like the classical dating sim that all the others were based on. Is it as good as I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator?
The pigeon one is still the best dating sim there is out there.
Why do you keep saying that pigeon one instead of the name, if it's so great for you?
Because with the pigeon one, it's immediately clear which one I'm talking about.
Only for... no, not necessarily.
Yeah, absolutely. There's only one pigeon dating sim.
She's saying it because she forgot the name of a game.
Maybe.
Yep. How did I know that?
The one I'm still the saddest about of not being released is the garlic bread dating sim.
That is true.
That got cancelled, I believe.
Garlic bread dating simulator. Yeah, somebody was working on that. And wait.
This isn't the same one.
Okay, apparently there are more than one. Or there is more than one. Wait.
This is the picture. It was more around this time, like 2017 back then.
I need to look it up after the stream if this is the same person just posting under a different name, because
the pictures look very different.
There's a subreddit for a garlic bread dating simulator, and I remember a while ago like looking at those, and it looked hilariously done, like something I would actually enjoy. But there is now on itch a garlic bread dating simulator first-person 3D open world game.
But it doesn't look the same as the pictures that were released back then.
Yeah, no, but maybe that's what it turned out to be at the end.
I mean, that could also be...
But the one that actually got released seems to be about cryptocurrencies for some reason. Yeah.
It's different.
That's not the one that I saw and fell in love with originally.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame. I would totally date garlic bread.
I can't blame you, really. A nice garlic bread is absolutely divine. You can't really beat that.
I've been so many times to places that gave you garlic bread as like a on the house starter kind of thing. And most of the time, I liked the garlic bread better than anything I actually ordered and paid for. And that was always kind of, I don't know, it felt like a bit of a waste. You know what I mean?
I can.
What if I could just eat the garlic bread all day?
We should find a place that has like an unlimited garlic bread buffet.
No, we shouldn't do it.
Oh, that would be so good.
No, I will...
Only garlic breads.
Tifa, we will die.
Well, you only live once, don't you?
Yeah.
Some things are worth it.
When will we create a garlic bread that doesn't make you fat? I know, right? We have that, it's just called Olive Garden. One of the horrible things about Europe, that's not a thing over here.
Does Olive Garden have...
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Does Olive Garden have unlimited garlic bread?
At least unlimited breadsticks, if I am up to date on my American
The breadsticks
knowledge.
I've also heard of. And unlimited cheese. Like there's
What?
no... If they scrape cheese on your
It's
plate...
the same thing over here. If you're the kind of person that just doesn't say stop, they will keep going.
Excuse me, I have never been to a place here where they scrape cheese over my plate and where I can say stop.
It's because we haven't been to one of those restaurants, because usually they don't have anything I can eat.
Oh, so you're the problem.
Yes. Again.
So this is your fault.
Yes, for being a vegetarian.
I'll just go without you.
Alexa, what is the lethal dose of garlic bread?
It better be a whole lot, because I want to enjoy that before I go out.
I guess it depends, single setting or lifetime. Because if you eat copious amounts every day, I don't think that will be good for you. Unless you exercise a lot. Here's the deal, Tifa.
I'm not too concerned about my calorie intake.
Both become athletes and you can have all the garlic bread you want to eat. If you burn the calories, it's fine.
Excuse me, do you see this? I already have the body of an athlete. I can fit some garlic bread
Where are
here.
you hiding it?
I can fit a bit of garlic bread here.
Talking about Tifa's body. No, it's not gonna be weird. Really quick, she's not wearing a band-aid anymore.
I am band-aidless.
Yes.
Finally.
It still needs to fully heal, but yes.
So Olive Garden has unlimited soup, salad and breadsticks.
That sounds like a steal.
That's such a good deal, by the way.
I also have a cheese scraper for your soup that is presumably limited to 1 block. Your anxiety will get to you faster than they run out of cheese. For me, at least. Same.
Every soup will be a cheese soup after this.
I mean, could I eat a mountain of just grated cheese? Yes. But, hear me out. You order a bowl of soup. They grate cheese over it.
Yeah.
A little bit is delicious. A little bit more, still delicious. But if you go over a certain point, it's not soup with too much cheese by any means. It becomes a mountain of cheese that if you consume it together is like moist. Like,
What is your point?
that I don't want to eat wet cheese.
I mean, just eat faster, innit?
I don't think they will let you get away with you holding your mouth open under the grating device.
Besides, it won't really be like that.
I don't know.
Just stir it in the soup and then you have like a cheesy spaghetti.
You also include unlimited dipping sauce for your breadsticks too.
What kind of sauce do you use
Are you
for...
getting paid by Olive Garden to make me consider coming to America just to visit them?
I made some like Olive Garden copies of recipes before and they were already delicious. So
Yeah.
if we ever
Very
get the
salty, though.
chance to go to Olive Garden, I really want to go there.
You know, some people, they travel to other countries to like visit the sites and learn about the history and do all of these things that we want to do. And we're like, what's a chain restaurant that gives me lots of cheese?
It's not even that. I really want to try the recipes.
Fair enough. The issue is that the food isn't great to start with. I mean,
Oh, I want to go
for
anyway.
$7 for what is essentially an all-you-can-eat, they have to cut corners somewhere, right? Like,
I mean, that is really cheap.
yeah, especially with inflation from the last couple of years, I don't think you can do that and still earn money. So, gotta do something, I guess.
If I was homeless, I would probably eat at Olive Garden every single day.
Yeah,
Like stuff myself enough that I can last a full day.
yeah. But I would imagine that unfortunately, they don't want people like that in the store. What will the other patrons think? That you're serving food to people that want it?
I mean, you do have people like that, it's true.
Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you do.
But Olive Garden, I definitely want to try. I think if we like ever go towards America, I'm gonna have a real hard time when it comes to food. Like I always see so many good things, like I want to eat it all. And then I'm not talking about like your fried ice cream and whatever of that stuff is on there, but I see so many like good restaurants. And it's really annoying when I'm scrolling through like TikTok or Facebook and then I get ads where I think, oh, this place looks amazing. And then it's not even in this country. And I'm like, why do you show me this Asian restaurant where the food looks absolutely great and then I can't even go there?
Maybe it's your fault for following people that talk about restaurant experiences outside of where we live.
Well, Facebook should know better. They have all of my data.
But Facebook knows where I live.
Facebook has everything.
Tourism gotta work somehow.
Facebook is listening along right now.
Hi, Mark. I wouldn't be shocked, actually.
But that is a thing. It's the same with... I don't know if that's still legal anymore, but I know a couple of years ago there was a thing, especially on like Facebook, where it has an option to listen along to your conversations.
Why? If I know that that's a thing, why would I want that enabled?
Well, it's not a... It's like a thing that was automatically on, but it's not like, oh, it's
It
recording...
sounds like it shouldn't be legal.
It's recording your conversation and someone is listening along. It can pick up keywords and
Yeah.
based on that is what you get your advertisement.
Okay. I still think if it by default is enabled to listen in on your conversations, that should be illegal. That seems like a privacy issue.
Yeah, but it's not like listening along. I saw a whole thingy about how this works. Like
If there is a system or a person involved that understands what I'm saying, it's listening in my book. I'm not a lawyer.
But it's able to pick out words that it can match to advertisements, and based on that are the ads you show. Like you even have an option in your browser at least to disable that.
One time I was on a walk with a lady, Nora, and saw a bat box outside, and then I got ads for bat box after we talked about them. See,
that's how it works.
Whenever I have something like this happen to myself, I'm trying to think, did I Google something about that? Because then it would be something in my cookies in my browser, you know? But I don't know, it seems kind of creepy to me. I think the better question is, did you end up buying a bat box after you've seen an advertisement for them? Because then I guess it works.
I don't know if they still do it to this rate though. Like I remember watching this like 6 years ago or something, and I used to have a lot of fun with my colleagues with this. Like we would shout outrageous things at each other's phones to trigger advertisements.
And this is Tifa talking, so it must have been really outrageous.
No, it was like mild stuff like dildos, weird underwear, fetish items, stuff like that.
Mild stuff.
It's kind of, it could have been so much worse.
Said the person who suggested that the 16-year-old innocent daughter of a colleague watches Food Wars. Just saying.
I still don't know if she finished that show or not.
I don't think she did, no, based on her initial reaction.
It's so good though.
I mean, what can I say? What can I say? Talking about probably never finishing anything, how about we try to finish Virtue's Last Reward, and you, Tifa, tell us what happened the last time during the recap. Yeah, I did that.
I'm actually not prepared for this question.
You didn't think it was coming. You thought after... I looked it up. Apparently yesterday was the 30th stream. After 30 recaps, sorry, 29 recaps and 30 gameplay streams, you thought I wouldn't ask today.
I'm actually having a hard time. But the last time we played Virtue's Last Reward on my favorite letter is X. I'm not even sure if we got an ending. I don't think.
We did.
Okay, we did. I remember the psh part. There was pshing.
You're in the last 5%, yeah. Mm-hmm. How about you start with the first 95?
Wait, which ending did we get? That was like 2 streams ago. Then I went like, oh, we had 2 endings. Yeah, the pshing was a big part. Like...
No, it really wasn't. It was the very end of the last stream.
Which ending did we get? We
allied
with Luna.
After overcoming the loss of our favorite barrel maker, Golem.
This doesn't feel like this happened yesterday.
Had gotten back together with everybody, and after having multiple heartfelt conversations with people, it was time for the next AB game. Before that, we found out again that Alice is dead. As it so happens.
Yeah, no, sorry, continue.
Quark had gone missing, we wanted to find Quark, we had a talk with Fi about I don't know what. Alice was gone, Luna came in. Oh, you have to see for yourself. Alice is dead once again.
Oh, true, that's where we started. We started with Alice dying.
Then we did the AB game, as we do. I chose to betray Luna, which was painful because it sounded like she was actually suffering from that.
Luna was like, oh, you promise? We're gonna ally together? And of course we didn't.
And we were like, jinx! No, we didn't. Psych.
We completely ghosted Luna after that.
Yeah, we didn't even say anything. Yeah, I actually feel a little bit bad about that. Then she and Tenmyuji took off to go find Quark. We had some conversations, also started looking for Quark. Couldn't find him, came back to the warehouse because maybe people had come back, and suddenly Tenmyuji was there with Quark in his arms. And Tenmyuji's new plan of action was that since Quark had 9 BP on his bracelet, was to open the number 9 door and step through it with Quark, while 10 Muji only having 4 BP if I remember
4 or
correctly.
5.
Meaning he would die after that, but at least Quark would be out of the game because
Still so stupid.
there's a murderer on the loose, which was kinda dumb. Because as Tifa pointed out multiple times, he could have just flooped Quark out of the game. Like put him gently on the ground and like roll him off into the distance. But that didn't happen. Door closed. Bad ending. Then we jumped back in the flow to the AB game. We never betrayed Luna because only a monster would do such a thing.
Which we obviously
Does all of this sound
not.
familiar, by the way? Because this is your job.
That's why I said the moment you were like, oh, Luna came in and Alice died, I knew exactly where we were.
We allied with Luna. We had a little bit of a nice chat with her, which is kind of sweet. And then we once again decided that we should all look for Quark. But we haven't found him yet. Instead, we ended up together with Phi going into the rec room, where now Tenmyuji did the smart Emma Sky thing from Ace Attorney, and he found the luminol, and he checked Phi and us whether we are the murderers, because he figured out that probably one of the bracelets has blood on it.
And we were safe, of course. Yeah,
And there was some psh, 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 psh.
There was some
Yes.
ee!
Yeah, and Phi was being kind of weird.
I mean, if you get cold splashed...
That's not what I'm
it's-
talking about.
Oh yeah, Phi kind of turned
So,
into a big bitch for some
Phi
reason.
had been paired up with Kay in the last escape room game. And
No, Dio.
And
Kay was
Kay,
their opponent.
Dio and Kay, yes, same thing. They were in the escape room together in the pantry. And Kay was like, oh, I really started trusting Phi because I felt a connection in the last escape
How
room.
dare you get a connection with me? Did I give you permission for that connection? And it basically went like that.
Yeah, she...
And ever since that moment, she's been kind of mean to everyone, really.
It was honestly painful to watch her treatment of Kay. Yeah, that was rough.
She blurted out that she's a manipulated bitch in front of the guy she manipulated.
Yes.
Yeah, that was also a thing. She was like, oh, I ate all of these things in the pantry to make me look more like innocent and naive, and that I'm
So
more
that people would like
trustworthy.
me and wouldn't vote betray on my ass.
It was really weird, and I was doing all
Yeah.
of that to make you trust me. And it's like, why would you even say that now? And then she's been kind of going on this mean streak, like she didn't really get out of that.
Yeah. The whole, like, why would you say that? Even Sigma called her out on that, like, why would you say these things that you manipulated him? And then again, she was like going like, eek, when she got sprayed with luminol in the dark, which...
Oh, that wasn't really weird.
That's fine, I would think, but... this Flo's version of Phi does seem a bit weird. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Who is this Phi? I hope we will find out at some point.
That's a good thing. And yeah, Kay has also been a bit manipulative at points. But at least he was nice about it, you know what I mean? Like we got stabbed in the back with a smile.
Wait. Something like that. Yeah, a little bit. But still. I don't know.
Also,
I like it better when they get along.
question. Why do you have a recap button if you then decide to not have the recap button on?
Because the recap is done.
But you didn't, you pressed it way earlier.
No, I didn't.
No?
No.
Okay.
I'm so smooth, she doesn't even notice that I'm doing these things.
Well, I did earlier.
Apparently now you didn't, as you
now,
just
now I
confirmed
did
yourself.
not. I saw you move, but I thought you were putting the game on stream. So I didn't see that. Anyway, I am ready. Are you ready?
No, wait, I need to do another smooth move. Ah.
That was very smooth.
It worked. Just saying. Yes, things are ready. Go press the button. Hey, video games.
Sound?
Yes. I heard that.
Okay. Ah, there you go.
Here we go.
And now we were like, oh, we gotta get moving. Or Fi was like, we gotta get moving.
Angry Fi, worst Fi.
Yeah! Well, that was random.
I guess it was supposed to be in a mocking tone.
This is where we should have saved.
Why didn't you then?
Again. Oh, because we were waiting for an ending
not
yesterday.
Me in control.
Oh yeah, and the flow, let me show the...
The flow keeps growing.
The flow is gonna keep growing. We thought like, oh, this one is gonna be super short because it's only one block. And then it still took on for like an hour, it felt like. And now it's probably gonna be much longer.
I hope we're gonna get to a roadblock on ending soon, because I kind of want to like also
like move on.
Finish up this part, at least. Potentially this part. I'm assuming these two are a bit longer, but we will see. It's like a river, you see. It just keeps going until it hits the ocean, I guess. Good luck remembering.
It's not gonna be easy.
Together we will get through it. I believe in us. This.
It looks like another warehouse.
Hey, we found the white doors.
I guess there's one on this floor too then. Makes sense. I guessed as much when I saw the map. It's funny, they never talked about this so far. What's that over there?
Probably more graffiti. There was one on floor A too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
Oh yeah,
if only we could have seen him.
Dio ran off because Fi locked him out of the AP room while voting.
Yeah. Also, is it just me, or is the exploration part of this leftmost flow very different from the others that we played? Like, we already did 2 escape rooms, and now the next ones would be the white doors, and they've only now gone to warehouse B. Like, it kind of feels like they expected you to get to this one first, always choosing ally.
That could be.
Like, this would have been a good way to start the game, had we gone that way.
Of course, it's the last way we went.
Yeah. We're just that smart. What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing. Just going with the flow, you know? And seeing where life takes me.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us.
Well, technically, no, Tenmi Yuji would do it, but why would we tell you this?
That happens, it's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah. Did I stutter? Or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once.
Why would we believe the thing this bunny says?
I mean, also, I wouldn't necessarily doubt this point either.
I do. Also, I really hope that at some point we learn why the AI is a bunny looking like that. Like, why specifically?
Well, you never really doubted in Danganronpa why there's a bear.
You have a point.
Why is the bunny any different?
I don't know. Because there wasn't one in the first game.
I got dips on the schnitzel in the pantry. Oh yeah, it was the schnitzel that was grinded to a dust. Then...
Only according to you.
I mean, that seems like space food. And then you add some water to make it like this porridge schnitzel.
If I'm gonna throw up during stream, I will try to aim to the left.
I would honestly still eat it. It's probably a bit like baby food.
Stop talking. Do I need to make a button like that just like blurs you out or something? Because I will do that.
Censor.
Yeah, press A. Thank you.
Does everyone
the
have
cue we
against
needed.
baby food?
Oh look,
Poppins, it's all over. It plugs for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could
there
get
are
stuck.
very few things that I want to eat that are pure, that are basically puree. Potatoes, occasionally apples, like applesauce with something else.
We usually argue
And
when
that's
we
it.
have soup. Like I want it fully blended. Jack wants pieces in it.
Yes, I have this weird medical condition. I think most people would call it that I have teeth, and I intend to use them.
You don't always need to use your teeth.
Tifa, if I say I'm hungry, that implies I want to eat food. If I was thirsty, I would just get water. That's what she said. Some people are into it. Look, this wonderful glass filled with a beverage of my choice, water. This is a drink to me. In Tifa's world, this could be both dinner or a liquid.
Hey, my
As in-
soups are usually a little bit thicker. Like I think Sunday, I made it zucchini soup. Super tasty, but it's also a bit of a thicker soup.
Yeah, and she completely pureed it, so it's like...
Excuse me, I left like 3 pieces of potato in 1 piece for you, and I put them on your plate.
Tifa's love language.
That's how nice I am.
Tifa's love language is in a pot of soup for 2 people for 2 days to not puree 3 pieces of a potato that are all the size of your pinky's nail.
They were a tiny bit bigger.
Your thumbnail.
I thought that was very considerate.
Yeah, it could have been worse. You could have completely pureed it. Tifa, why do you hate
the
chewing?
one who makes the soup gets to decide on the texture.
Oh, but when I say you don't get to choose when I make overlays for on stream, huh?
Oh yeah, that's different.
How?
Because that's something we do together.
But we
The
also
soup
eat together.
I make alone. Yeah, but you don't have to.
I don't follow your logic, but
And that you can't compare it. It's completely different.
to me they are very similar.
And besides, I also gave you something to chew by putting some bread next to it. Like you could chew the bread. I didn't grind that.
Thank you. Thank you for not giving me a sandwich smoothie. Which... oh look. Close for good, huh? I had to admit I'd kind of forgotten that detail, but if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died.
I mean, I don't blame you for forgetting that detail. There's been so
Yeah,
many details by
same.
now.
Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe we just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little flip. A floop, as Tifa
So?
would call it.
What are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
Why would you say the quiet part out loud, dude?
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kate chose ally.
Oh yeah, real quick, because Tifa forgot during the recap.
I literally already said that earlier, that Fi ditched Dio by going into the AB room alone and voted without him, and that's when
but
Dio ran off.
She didn't just ditch him and go like, oh, I just go vote by myself. She was like, look behind you, Dio, and then she just ran off.
There's a squirrel.
Was it actually that's what she said?
No.
She did something to confuse him.
She
It
said,
worked.
what's that?
Yeah. And I wish that would have been in more like flows so far, but
If he hadn't, you'd be hanging from that crane right now.
are we
How is he gonna reach that?
are we just cool with him threatening murder on other people?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair.
Oh, he's okay this time.
You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company.
No, it's more
I
like
don't think that's
we
it.
are afraid of what you're doing when we aren't looking, you know?
Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
Oh! Do you remember how at the beginning of a game we were like, oh, he has to be colorblind? Because he was really iffy about the thing on his bracelet. I guess that wasn't because he's colorblind or anything like that.
It's because of the blood that was on his bracelet, I guess.
Yeah, that, and probably he didn't even look at the screen yet. He's like, oh yeah, no, I'm this, but also like trying to hide it because potentially blood's still on there.
Yeah, that seems like a good reason.
I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Oh, come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white?
I'd be so confused if I saw these doors. I'm like, I'm blue.
Yeah, can
How
somebody explain the whole color theory thing to me again?
How does this work?
Yeah, I don't get it anymore. Like, I know we've been in here for like what feels like half a year, but can you please explain?
I feel like if I was put in a situation like this, I would be in a group that would all be like me.
You'd be lost.
And then we'd all be lost and we'd be looking at this door, like just trying to make groups and seeing if the doors would open. And then we just keep swapping one person and try again to see if we can open the door. Like basically try to cheat and open the door.
If you mix blue, red and green, you should get white. Oh yeah, true. I remember that from like working with RGB codes and colors. If everything is maxed out, 255 each, it becomes white.
You know
Zero and everything is black.
You know what I always
I
end
can
up
finally remember that
with
song.
if I mix more than two colors?
Brown.
Yeah, this really shitty brown that you can't really use for anything. It's like this dirt poop brown. And then you try again, and then it just turns into another shade of shit.
That's because you're really bad at this.
It's like, there's no way I would be able to get white.
So the next color is white?
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that,
It becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together. And then adding green. Wow.
You were so slow, it
Yes,
took me out of
I was
it.
double checking with the colors on his Psycho Mansion. I was trying to fact check him. Sorry. Also, if you go back, actually go back, don't just open the screen. You get magenta by adding red and blue together, and then adding green to it gives you white. So that means Vi and I would need to pair up with a green solo, which is Luna.
Oh.
right.
Oh, but wait, that's the shortcut for the flow. That's handy.
Yeah, you know, Tifa, I think every time you are starting the game, or you are in an escape room at least, it shows you the shortcuts. You could know this by now. If you actually looked at the right part of the screen.
I can't say I've noticed.
So Dio and Kay need Alice's bracelet, which is in Fi's pocket, I think?
Yeah, Fi said she would hold on to it.
That means we have a three would be in the same team as before. Tenmyuji, Clover and Quark. We know the 10 emojis are red solo and Clover is a cyan pair, so...
The only one left is the other cyan pair, so we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No. There's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
45 minutes. Wait, wasn't this the time we were supposed to meet up again?
We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everybody else.
Never mind.
We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
I feel that.
Nobody invited you. Come on, Fi.
Right. On my way.
Meeting with Dio seemed to have worked because now Fi is all nice again.
Well, nicer, I guess. But that's... Maybe she only seems nicer now in comparison to Dio, who is a huge piece of shit.
You could also have
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like if you go to a restaurant and they only have 2 dishes and one is something you don't want to eat because you don't like it, but the other is something you're definitely allergic to. It's like, well, I guess my choice is made. This seems like a better option right now. I have no idea where this flow is going. Do you think this is the true ending flow?
I think that's the middle one.
I hope it's not this one because I don't want it to be one where Alice dies.
I really think it's the middle one. Oh.
I'm not 5. Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well, you see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah.
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
What do you mean?
The graffiti?
Remember the graffiti on floor B?
I do
What it
actually.
said?
I do. Memento mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
It's Latin for something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If a 9th lion ate the sun. I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but...
Is it just me or is that not straightforward at all?
I also don't get why it's 9F. Like, they made this huge deal about it not being 9th, but 9F.
There's probably a hint in that, but I don't see it.
Does anything change if we take the E out? Not really, right?
I don't see what would change.
Tomori. If 9th lion at the sun. No. If I didn't know better, I'd say this is just a typo. Yeah, or somebody trying to sound like they're speaking like Shakespearean Old English. You know? Ye old language. Something like that.
I think this scene or this message is too important to have a typo in there. I would think that's double checked. So I want to believe there isn't.
Well, maybe it's like with the first one where 2 milkmen go comedy is an anagram for welcome to my kingdom.
And they needed an extra E.
Yeah, exactly.
That could make sense.
So they put the E in a place where it makes sense somewhat in the English language.
Chicken skin. It's getting cold in here. Summer is over.
Oh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Wrong answer. Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were. I guess I have to do everything. Part of it was spelled
About
wrong.
time.
Specifically, they spelled 9th wrong. It should be Ninth. But the graffiti had Nineth.
Wait.
You see it?
Wait. Do you... This is
Waiting.
dumb, and I don't know what it's supposed to exactly mean, but... Do you remember, in the previous game, there was a moment when we learned that, oh, it's not the thing that you think it is something else.
No.
Well, the letter sigma
Yeah.
looks kind of like an E.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm thinking, what if the E in ninth isn't an E, it is supposed to read sigma. And then you could argue that sigma is part of the 9 or is the 9th? But what would that mean?
Nothing so far. I really have no clue.
No. Yeah, I guess you're right. They just put an extra E in there.
I really think it's a message from 0 to 0. 0 to 0.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't get
0
why.
to 0 or 0 to sigma?
Well, if sigma is 0, then it's 0 to 0.
But the way you said confuses me.
Fair enough.
I'm really bad at like anagrams. I wish I could just look and was like, yeah, it's all of these sentences.
Have like this awesome movie moment where all of the letters like burn in the sky and then they start swapping until you see this one word.
Yeah, that's kind of like the standard movie thing when an anagram gets pieced together, right? Like every
Yeah.
movie ever does that. It's like suddenly the letters like look like they're on fire and then they move. My brain is on fire looking at
That's
this.
quite a typical one.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's kind of a bonehead mistake. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
But why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death. The 9th lion ate the sun. Huh.
How many times have we already seen a lion? Actually, wait.
Multiple times.
In the order you play it.
Multiple times. There are lots of lions used. There's a lion in the text behind Phi right now. There was the lion in the mosaic in the botanical garden. There
But
was the lion in the treatment center in the painting.
What if we get to see 8 and the 9th time we see it is in the true ending? And then the meaning of that 9th lion becomes clear. Like, why would there be 9?
But why would you go like, remember your own mortality?
Well, maybe that's something that's gonna be in the true ending, where he suddenly realizes what that message means. But he also doesn't really have memories to fall back on, so it's also not like a memory loss thing.
The second part is in past tense too. Shouldn't it say if a lion eats the sun? I already forgot the text.
It's literally on there. You're on the text
No,
right now.
that's the translation in like regular old English.
That's the second line.
If a 9th lion ate the sun, so yeah, past tense.
It's right here.
I actually didn't see it.
I literally told you it's right there, and then you're like, no, that's not it.
Tifa, remember this moment? Because that's what I feel like regularly with you. If also implies it doesn't need to happen, but it can happen. Yeah, which is why originally I thought this is a message from 0 to sigma going like,
0 to sigma.
if you see a lion eating the sun, death. The question is, what does the 9 have to do with anything?
We're not gonna figure that out now.
Shit.
What's gonna be?
You pressing the button awkwardly? Way too loud for me?
Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time.
Well, you're the one that stopped here. Oh, I
We should
didn't
get
think.
moving.
Right.
I would need to press them.
Oh no, we're 2 minutes late. Jesus, fight German.
But we still need to walk there. That's a long ass hallway.
Also, why is it the 9th lion? Like 9 Nonary Game? Numbers confuse me.
No one there?
Nope. Uh-huh. Kay and Luna aren't here.
We're literally like, what, 4 minutes late by now?
Astute observation.
If I was German, should be 2 hours late then. Haha, German railways joke. For those of you that don't live in Germany, congratulations. The German railway system is so unreliable that I think currently the quota of trains in like long distance travel that is on time is under 70%. So there's a 1 in 3 chance that you're gonna be delayed. Anywhere from a couple minutes, which is annoying, to hours. And it's bad. Apparently we're gonna work on this for the next 7 or so years.
I feel like it's more than 1 in 3. Like if I look at my own traveling this year, it's more like 1 in 1.5.
Yeah, I mean, more people are affected depending on where you go, but yes. On average, for the whole country. It's pretty bad. But
What?
so she presses the key and it triggers me. What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah. Guess you've got a point.
Now everyone's dead again.
Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Yeah, can we now finally check what Alice was doing?
Check what? Oh
The
yeah.
last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here.
Why didn't we check this earlier when we were like alone in the room? And we didn't...
Because we weren't. We left when Alice was still standing there, remember?
No, but we could have come here earlier. Now we spent like almost an hour walking around, and everybody else had access to the room too, and whatever was here could have been moved by them.
Because we left before Alice and stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Remember? She was kneeling down looking at something on the ground.
Yeah. What do you think she was looking at? Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. It makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts.
Why is she such a bitch?
So, blood, huh?
That has to be all dead ladies.
I guess.
Do you think Dio killed her outside and then threw her in one of the AB rooms?
Potentially, I guess.
In which one was she? No, she was found in the one all the way to the left.
Looks too fresh for me.
They don't know how to do all blood in these games.
Remember when we saw Old Dead Lady last? That was also still just a normal blood red. I don't think they're particularly good at, like... I think if they made it slightly brownish, people would have not been able to tell that it's blood.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We need a break. That's a good point.
That's the weirdest segue into a break you have ever attempted, but sure, because I need to go to the bathroom. BRB.
BRB. We're back.
We are, and Tifa has done something against her goosebumps.
It's seriously getting cold in here.
Now that you just walked past me, now I feel cold too.
That's the most annoying thing. Like when you're sitting and someone walks past and takes like all the cold air along and creates like this draft by walking.
You're trying to make me catch a cold.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Because maybe you think I'm too hot.
That's pretty good.
No, your face went through multiple like reactions before you said something. That was fake.
I was thinking of something else first.
Anyway, oh my god, where's blood? I suddenly looked up at the ceiling.
I was wondering where the sound was.
Not in your ear because you didn't plug yourself in, huh?
There we go. That sounds much better.
Vi suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane.
There's also blood on there.
It was the kind you might see in a shipyard, the sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn. Gone again. Stop running around. Did she pull a Batman on us and she just went... gone? Oh, do you think Dio just blabbed? It was like, oh, I will kill you and I will string you up on the crane. Do you think the crane has something to do with this?
Well, obviously she was thinking of the crane at this moment, but if Dio used it, I wouldn't even know how.
They improved on the Pushmaster 5000 to move crates around.
This is the Pushmaster 6000.
Pushmaster 69,000. Nice. Times 100. I hope there will be another push block puzzle on this, like that one, just so we can get revenge. Hopefully we will do better this time.
We already got one. The ice cube one.
It was not the same.
It was sort of the same.
No, not really.
It kind of was.
Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah? And what, pray tell, was that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Aww. Can't you just tell me?
Look
This
at
is
the
usually how
number
you
6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
What is the first thing you think of when you hear blood? Sausage?
Morbius.
Morbius?
Yeah.
Why?
But I don't think it's Morbin time.
It doesn't make you want to morb.
This whole conversation makes me want to morb really hard. No, the first thing I think of when I hear blood is needle. Because I'm thinking of getting blood samples taken.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I said that!
You said needle.
No, I said
you
Morbius.
said Morbius. Wow, spoilers for Morbius.
There is no way to spoil Morbius, Tifa.
We should watch the movie again.
It is amazing for all the wrong reasons. But anyway, I said that! Sigma mind.
Yeah.
Vampires?
This whole thing kind of sucks, right? Come on! This is no time to be screwing around. I'm talking about this thing. The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a bloodstained handkerchief here? Well, something along those lines.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or, wait, maybe someone just dropped it. Or they could have thrown it here.
Why would you throw it there? Also, there's space behind the AB room. Like, if you want to hide it, why not put it in between the AB room and the wall?
Why not just shove it up your ass?
I mean, I'm not saying that's also not a possibility, but
Like-
if they accidentally see you with your pants off, they might see the blood cloth. And then you're suspicious.
I'm sorry. If I have to hide a bloody handkerchief, I will jam it in the back of my underwear. Because I guarantee you, even if something happens and you find that, and you realize there's a bloody tissue falling out of my ass, you will not check that out. You will be grossed out, you will be disgusted, you will not go near that.
If this is about life and death, I will absolutely touch that.
That one loud noise we heard, that's one of the 8B rooms being moved. No, I mean, it was confirmed by Kay that he made... No, wait, he didn't say that. Sigma said, oh, you made the noise when we did the thing, but Kay didn't reply to that, did he? He only owned up to the fact that he killed Dio in that flow.
But wait, at that moment it made no sense for the 8B room to move. Like, there was absolutely no reason to move it. Like, the lady was already dead, there was nothing in there that needed to be hidden.
Dio hid the handkerchief on top of the AB room, which was the last place Alice was kneeling down.
At the beginning of the game. Was there a loud noise at the beginning too?
Possible, but if so, I don't recall it.
Don't remember.
But I've told you before, it's weird that the AB rooms are these like units and there's a crane overhead, so if they're being moved, I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, it must have been placed here somehow.
Yeah. When we had the whole discussion, like, which box did we find the old dead lady in? I was saying it doesn't really matter if you assume that the boxes can be moved.
I think it was in the leftmost one, so completely on the other side.
I don't recall.
Because I remember in one of the routes, in the middle one I think it was, we were going in and Sigma was like, oh, I don't want to go into this room. Because she was murdered, she was found dead in there.
Yeah.
And that was all the way on the left. And the rest was kind of closed already.
Possible. Okay.
And
You want more?
Just say it.
you're almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
I don't even know how long we've been playing this game.
Wait, when's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone except for Clover and Kay was go look at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms too. Yeah, I know we looked at this from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't. Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
So it was placed after.
I think you need to press a button, Tifa.
Okay. Did you see the difference?
Yes. There.
1, 2,
They
3, 4.
They're moving.
Oh, they moved to the left.
Yes.
So they did get moved.
Or the outer or the leftmost
outer
one
one.
has been moved to the right.
To the front, yeah.
Yeah. Please tell me I wrote down that they're being moved by a crane.
I don't think you did. But what is the exact point of moving one from right to left?
I didn't write it down. I will write it down retroactively.
Hey, that wasn't allowed, remember?
You did it too.
With what?
I don't know, but you did.
Yeah, but not after things happened. I wrote things down before it happened.
There.
Okay, so what's the point though?
The point is so that you don't remember which room she was killed in.
Does it really matter?
No way. The AB room moved.
Yeah.
Was it that crane?
No, it was me with my superhuman muscles.
Didn't I
Kate
tell?
predicted this.
I told you, I'm not Superman, I'm not Spider-Man, I'm not Batman, I'm not a ramen and all these things, but I can move the AB rooms.
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
See, we did find her in the left one.
And who was trapped in there when the Nonary Game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna.
Luna. Wait, only Luna?
For the third time, Fire walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of a graffiti that began, "To Milkmen."
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
But Dio killed her. How does Luna come into play?
Maybe Dio only killed her in one of the flows.
Well, if Luna... Actually, it could make sense. If Luna really is a robot and a helper of Zero...
And she's programmed, go kill the lady, because we need this to happen so that the plot can happen.
I don't think she's the one that necessarily killed her. I still believe that is Dio. But she could have cleaned it up.
What?
That after that old lady was killed, Luna was the one that cleaned it up. Right, you can write that down. Luna cleaned up the murder scene. To not have Dio be... But wait, what's the advantage of not...
Luna cleaned up what?
Luna covered for Dio by clearing up the murder scene. Old lady doesn't come up in the other flows. She does in one, in the middle one.
Yeah,
she's also
in
dead
all of the middle
one.
ones.
Yeah.
Only the rightmost ones are only about bombs.
Confusing.
Seems like it.
So, Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved to a room with a body in it so that no one would suspect her. But I mean, the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So, what about that handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it.
And by moving it, it fell down, basically, okay?
I am confused.
Well, she threw it on top, in between the two AB rooms. Now, after one of the rooms got moved...
Yeah, no, I understand this, but why the hell would Luna kill old that lady?
That I also don't get. And Dio already confessed to killing... Or why would Dio lie about killing the old dead lady?
Again, it doesn't have to be that the same outcome has the same lead up in every flow.
Guess.
But then it wasn't Luna who moved the room. Yeah, we don't know who moves the room. They're just saying this. I would imagine...
Right, there's no button for it.
Somebody, like the Zero Junior AI does this, just to mess with us.
Then when the room was moved, it came out.
That means Alice picked up the weapon along with a handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely.
Oh wait, is that what Alice stabbed herself with? Or was that the scalpel? Where's the scalpel?
We never checked.
Who has the scalpel?
We never checked.
What's in her
This
chest?
is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, alright? For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body. But we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Genius seems to have let all of this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders and he hasn't done anything about either of them. Do you think that means Luna is Zero Senior? Even if she was, then I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero Senior, could she have found a better place to hide her body?
Well, they wanted the body to be found, but...
She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms, all the way till we found the old lady's body. You, me and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge.
I'm glad Sigma still remembers.
Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then the room must have been moved. Of course. Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We are her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? He didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer.
You kind of made it.
No, you only implied it heavily.
Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
But when? Oh yeah, Clover went back to Alice before we started searching. So
This
Alice
would
could have
also
talked to Clover then.
explain why in a lot of the flows Clover ends up dead together with Alice. Alice talks to Clover about what has happened.
In which flows have Clover and Alice died together?
Luna and Alice.
Oh, I was gonna say, Clover has not died except when it was mass murder and everyone was dead. Yeah.
Alice and Luna.
Okay.
Alice talks to her, hey, you murdered the old dead lady, I have proof. And then we go like, no, then they fight, then double stab. Okay.
Right.
I'm confused. Hey, Fi? I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Oh, would you look at that?
Sigma. Phi. There you are.
Yeah, the rest is dead.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news. Luna.
Luna's dead.
Luna is dead.
Okay.
Someone who went straight to the point. Thank you. Not, oh, come with me.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kay. Okay, but... So Luna's dead again. Sorry, Psycho.
I don't think you're ever gonna get your good ending.
Orders.
Hey. So Luna went back
Yeah.
to Alice
Yeah.
and died in that room.
The same room where Alice was murdered.
It does explain why no one was here. Oh.
I think you'll need to press a button again. Why are you so bad at this?
Well, usually this is like a...
True. Why is it
Movie
only
thingy.
in this flow that you need to manually move a cutscene frame by frame? This was the third time I touched a body and felt cold skin.
I thought the bird in the cage was missing.
No.
But you can barely see the blue dot there.
I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers on her neck to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, her pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal.
How does he know that?
That it feels surreal? By feeling it.
Her eyes are closed.
Do you also remember that we walked into an empty room and then we said, oh look, there's a Dio?
I feel like this detail they could have put in.
No, I'm very happy that we don't get that detail. We don't need it to understand the story.
I mean, with Dio, they did it.
Like, I might blink and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still dead and pale.
And I trust him.
Oh man, so why did we even pick Ally?
Yeah, I know,
Should
right?
have just betrayed her.
Wasted opportunity to get points.
She was gonna die anyway.
What a poet! Grief cracked open like an egg and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming.
Could have gone like ran out. You know, if you crack an egg and it starts running with the egg white.
No.
Yeah, your rage starts leaking out like the egg white. And then you have this blob of anger, which is the egg yellow.
Tifa, the only blob of anger is you. Also,
I think that's more like you.
That's the problem with waxing practically in a moment like this, when there's people like her who completely ruin the moment by going like, eggs don't work like that. We should know, we're experts.
I'm not saying eggs don't work like that. I'm saying they could have fully gone with it. Besides, how often I'm
Oh look, there's a moment here.
How do you call it? Desensitized? By seeing it every time? She's gonna be fine in the true ending.
It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I
Actually...
believe she was poisoned.
Poisoned?
How does he know?
See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger.
What about Schnitzel? It's not a liquid, except if Tifa is cooking.
I think if you get injected with schnitzel porridge, I think you're gonna have issues.
The issues start when you...
Straight to my vein stock.
The issues have started when you prepared that, yeah.
I don't know why I suddenly have to think of this, but remember there was this Russian bodybuilder who kept injecting himself with oil?
That's not just a Russian bodybuilder, a lot of people around the world do that.
With oil?
Yeah.
Really? Well, I remember that story, and this dude who started to become
It's a specific type of oil that like semi-hardens up when you inject it. So you basically inject yourself with what's going to look like fake muscles. It looks so dumb. It looks actually cartoonish.
It kinda does. I suddenly have to think of this.
Well, I would like you to consider pulling the trigger and pressing the A button.
It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
So they just sped it up, basically.
A muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck.
First time we get a shot of that.
I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug.
That looks more like something I would put a cable in.
Imagine being in a killing game with Tifa, and there's like 8 people in the room, and one of them is her. 7 people are trying to figure out what the hell just happened, and Tifa is like, doesn't that kind of look like one of those audio plugs, you know?
Luna's actually a robot, and this is the hint.
Yeah,
but it does, right?
That's the power button.
One of right in the neck.
It's only glowing red now because she's on standby.
That's not blood, that's just light.
Yeah, it's one of those little LED
skin.
thingies.
That would be quite a bad spot.
Yeah, it would be.
Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Oh, here's your proof. There's shadow, this kind of looks like shadow under the hair, and there's this black thing here. The wig is coming off.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
So, who done it?
Who do?
Who do it? Who done it?
Who do
did
the
it?
voodoo? What about the others?
Should I go get them?
Oh wait, then Clover is the best bet.
Kay killed her. It's obvious.
Clover! Clover killed Luna. You can write
Kay
that one down.
killed her.
You can write down Kay killed Luna. I'm gonna go with
Kay
Clover.
killed Luna.
Clover killed Luna.
What do I write down now?
You said Kay killed Luna.
Yeah.
I said Clover killed Luna.
Kay killed Luna in left.
What motive is there
Most
to kill Luna? If
Low.
Clover is trying to get revenge on Alice's dying. Alice thought Luna was the one that killed the old lady, knew that she was onto her, so Clover believes that Luna is the one that killed Alice and now tried to get her revenge by killing Clover, or by killing Luna.
And I'm saying Kay killed Luna because off screen he remembered that old dead lady is his mother. Well, is his actual mother. And since he also put 1 and 1 together that Luna was in the room where old dead lady was found, he now took revenge. Like in that other floor we already played.
Okay, I see where you're going. Alice killed herself because of Radical 6 or not? Yes,
we do not
but
know that.
it is the case, but Clover does not know that. This is not the flow where we explained to her that it was because of that reason.
True.
She left and was like, oh, I'll get the one who killed you.
One of you murdered her.
Exactly, and we didn't get to talk to her about this. And especially...
Clover thinks Alice got murdered. Alice believed that Luna is the murderer of old dead lady. Kay figured out what Alice and Fi and Clover found out.
It's Clover.
That's why I think Kay did it. Or in your case, Clover is taking revenge for Alice, thinking that Luna did it.
Luna has no reason to be here again. Not if Clover talked to her and asked her to come along.
You're
or
like,
wanted to show her something.
hey, you know something
whatever.
about medicine, can you help me investigate the body? Something like that. I'm pretty sure Luna would be happy to
Luna would
oblige.
not say no.
Yep. No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes?
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. 2 of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Oh no. Resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all.
We should have played through this flow first, for the sake of establishing that all of this looks like massive concrete and steel, but apparently you can hear voices through multiple hallways and closed doors.
I think we had a discussion about the thingies being soundproof or not, and you were all like, oh, of course it's soundproof. If they go through all of this trouble, they're gonna soundproof every single room.
I would have thought so. Yeah. Maybe in the other floors they are soundproof. Got any proof that that's not the case?
Yes, they don't go through that effort.
And as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it.
How did we get to the warehouse? Shouldn't we have walked past Kay?
We didn't go this way.
I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
Also, if he was resuscitating, as in trying to, like, bring her back to life, how did he try to breathe air into her lungs?
Well, he probably only tried the
heart massage thing.
The heart massage thing. I don't know if you believe she's been poisoned, if that really has a point.
I mean, if you can make the heart not stop beating, yes, I guess.
Yeah, but you'll have to keep that up forever. That shit's not coming out of your bloodstream.
Maybe at some point it will wear off. I would give you a heart massage until my arms fall off if it means you overcome a poison, Tifa. I'm sorry you don't seem to feel the same way.
I think
mostly for myself.
That's really sweet. He doesn't seem out of breath. I mean...
True.
If he's built like Sigma, he's probably pretty sturdy.
And once again, we don't know if that armor also has like exoskeleton things. Maybe it went auto mode and just went like...
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Like, he doesn't actually move, it's the skeleton thing moving for him. We don't know. So, you were saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR, to the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
With my suit on, I cupped air into my hand, held her nose, put it over her mouth and pressed down.
Made her swallow it.
I made her well, technically you can do it like that. When you breathe into someone's mouth holding their nose, you do the same thing, except way more like efficient. I'm just saying he has big hands.
Wow.
And he has a flexing lady on his hand, like on his palm.
I guess.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately.
As
you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage.
In
look at Dio.
Situation, that could have saved her life.
Yeah.
Assuming random people on the street don't get poisoned like this, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I felt time was of the essence. But...
Also, she's not really in the position of someone that got CPR performed on her. How did he do the chest pumping when she's laying pretty much on her side, partially?
Can you get over the fact that they had a very limited budget to make this game and couldn't give you 1,000 frames of dead Luna on the ground?
This is an important detail. This makes the difference of whether he's been lying or not.
Okay, I see your point, yeah. How about you send a passive-aggressive, angrily worded message on social media addressed to the publishers of this game, that for the Zero Escape the Nonary Game's re-release, they should release an update adding all of that art.
It's like, oh, the CPR didn't work, so I just put her back the way I found her.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly, but I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Convenient. Then we had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No.
In this room.
They're in the locker.
Still sitting there. Well, if anything, they're in room 1, 3 or 4.
No, that's dumb. There's no way to get out of that. If I'm hiding in a room, I will hide in a locker.
You can just pretend you were taking a nap on one of the beds. If they actually go and check in those rooms.
This is Tifa trying to get out of a murder charge. No, Your Honor, I was in the room next door sleeping. I didn't hear the kerfuffle.
Exactly, because the rooms are soundproof.
Maybe he has super hearing.
I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you.
Are we talking about just this room or all the rooms?
May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
She's still dead.
What are we supposed to see?
Oh wait, wasn't the weapon still in her chest?
I cannot tell from this shot.
I mean, same, but was it in this flow that we had the whole, oh, how do you know it's a knife? It could be an ice pick.
Yeah, I do not recall.
The weapon.
It's gone.
Oh, someone actually pulled it out of her chest.
Indeed.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I agree, but I'm more shocked that someone actually did.
The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
When did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
This is a trick question.
I wouldn't kill anyone.
I plead the fifth.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So it was somebody who didn't really want to do it? What?
Can we talk about this injection gun?
What about it?
If you look at Luna's wound and this gun,
Yeah.
what do you see?
Nothing?
It's a dot with a circle around it,
Yes.
right? The circle doesn't start until here.
Yes.
This is basically what's it called, a trechter? What's the English word for this thing?
It's a needle, Tifa.
No, this is the needle. This
A
is
funnel.
This
The
is the
whole
thing.
shape is a funnel.
Yes, which means even this bit, the triangle bit, was jammed in her neck to make the circle wound.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would have been just a point.
Yes, and?
What do you mean yes, and? This should have been one big round wound. The wound doesn't make sense.
You don't know if that heats up or something.
But even then, you can't get the Wait, give me the memo pad. I'm gonna...
No, you don't need to draw that. We all understand what you're saying. I'm saying it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. The circle of the wound is here. And the dot is here.
Yes.
If the circle is actually on her skin, that means this entire bit was also jammed into her skin.
Yes.
There's no wound of that. The wound is literally that.
Why are you drawing nipples on screen?
Like, it doesn't make sense. Make my head wrap around it that the outline of this gun is part of the wound without the middle part actually going into her skin.
It could be the base of a needle is circular.
Yeah, but the base is this bit. It's the nipple.
Or maybe, like I'm saying, because this thing works with high pressure, when you pull the trigger, it does damage. Well, it damages the skin both with a needle, and if you go press hard enough, if your skin makes contact with the ring that you just drew, that also damages the skin.
I see.
There are multiple ways to inject people with things. And for example, my dad, I don't think I have one. Wait, don't you have a vaccination mark on one of your arms?
Yeah, but it doesn't...
It's round, isn't it? And it's way bigger than the needle. So
But
if there are
have
if there are injection methods that don't just leave a puncture wound for the needle, but actually a bigger one, why is it so much of a friggin' stretch for you to assume that, for one, you're only supposed to inject people with the needle?
Because this is something that started
this was in the
later.
heat of a moment, this person actually jammed it into the body.
Ow.
Yeah, exactly. Jammed it
I
in,
know.
therefore making the ring also contact the skin. What if the pressure that this thing applies is air pressure and it escapes through that ring? Having nowhere to escape, it damages the skin, looking like a cut. Why are
Maybe
we
that the
doing this
nipple
instead of
sinks
you
into
pressing
the gun.
the A button?
Like a stapler. Yeah,
Yes.
but the wound for that is way too... Okay, you know what? Fine. I'll accept it. I'll accept it.
You're welcome, everybody.
I'll accept the stapler thing.
Thank you. From a position of wound, Luna could have used it on herself because she had Radical 6. Maybe that.
That could also be...
Yes. Or like I'm saying, the person who did this wasn't
is
like,
Clover.
oh, let me inject you with my needle weedle into your throaty roty. No, they weren't like actually like stabbing her and pressing at the same time.
I had... In my mind, I had a really funny scenario, but no one would find it funny. So I'll probably...
Thank you, Tifa.
I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, if I would use this shooting gun to have to kill someone, I would probably try to do the whole jabbing thing. I would probably like miss the neck, shoot you in the cheek, but then the needle is big enough to like go through it, and then it just injects it into your mouth and you don't die.
And then I still die because in the heat of a
You
moment I
swallowed.
swallow.
That would be actually really funny. I mean, actually, no, it won't, but still. I can see the whole scene playing in my mind. That would be just my luck, honestly. You don't see it.
What did I do to deserve this?
Okay.
Nervous gulp. Yeah. Are you okay now?
I'm ready to continue.
Or do you still want to debate needle wounds?
It makes no sense. Of course I would never do this, I'm just...
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
Oh, before they killed Luna, okay.
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Does it matter if they took the knife before or after they murdered Luna if Luna wasn't killed with the knife?
Potentially, yes.
Why?
What if Luna suddenly pulled the knife out of Alice and attacked the person, but then used the injection gun as a weapon in self-defense?
She would have some blood on her hands. Didn't they say that Hild was like...
When did we check her hands?
We could see her hands. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna press A.
Could we have done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was.
It could just be they killed both of them at separate times and just brought them both here. You really think they went through
Possible.
the trouble of killing Luna at some point and then risking dragging her through? I mean, it is possible. But...
Kay could have.
True.
He was alone with her, far as we know.
That is true. It's not unlikely.
And she sure seems dead. Exactly.
Very true.
We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions.
Yeah, Tifa.
I didn't draw conclusions.
No, you drew needles. Badly.
And missed.
Kay's story is sus. Yes, it is. It really is.
We know Kay isn't above lying or killing to get what he wants. I mean, that's also very true. I
Yeah.
still think Clover is the most logical suspect of killing Luna.
We need a screenshot for this one.
That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless. So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful.
No. No, I won't. That's why I wrote him down. Stop shaming me. Can't believe she would do that.
Well, I think that about covers it.
Clover's it? Huh? Huh? She's giving hints.
I'd rather you don't. I don't think she did. No. No, we're not clear. This game loves talking to the player. I feel personally attacked by this, but it's fine. I'll take it. Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open the door, I'm sure they'll show up.
Take the bracelet.
I hope they also found Quark in the meantime. Or at least this bracelet, because otherwise somebody's not gonna get through that door. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me.
But if they found Quark, we're gonna get the ending again, where Tenmyuji throws out Quark.
Yes, but if they don't, that means the group that is with Quark is gonna die now.
That is also true.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then...
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
If you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive.
He has a point.
To be in vain, like the thing she got. Never mind, too soon.
Who hurt you? What is wrong with you today?
I'm sorry.
Why are you like this?
I'm in a murder mood.
Like,
Sorry, too soon. I'll save it for another time.
like, she's not even cold. Is it the sweater? Because something has changed since you put that thing on.
I'm having a fine moment.
Tifa, I got murder on my mind. Hello, Ringo, and yes,
How are you doing? Ringo?
somehow, and I don't know why.
It's one of those days.
I'm very happy we had a stew for dinner so that there are no unnecessary knives laying around. Because what if she slips, you know? And when I find a knife in the back of my back.
Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
You know, catching her like Luna caught the needle with her throat. You wanted to say it, didn't you?
Of course I didn't. I mean, no one caught Luna when she died. You asked for that one.
Why can't you just be normal for once?
Okay, I'm good. No more Luna jokes.
It's not about Luna.
But if it was Dio, it would have all been fine.
Actually, yes.
See?
It's everybody except Dio. Right, yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Do me a favor. Everybody, close your eyes. Now, forget for a moment that all the horrible things have happened that we have just seen. So, imagine that you, for some reason, find yourself having to write, or you're currently reading an adult-oriented, virtuous last reward fanfiction.
Okay.
That ships Sigma and K.
Okay.
And now please close your eyes, and I promise you'll be able to picture what I'm about to say to you. That includes you. So, there's a sweet, gentle, tender moment between Sigma and K. And then Sigma goes,
Is this before or after Luna get killed?
stop ruining my moment. And then Sigma goes, I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal. You're welcome. Jack, get that horny Sigma energy. Yeah, near one of her rightmost flows. The creepy, I should not be allowed in public Sigma energy. That's what I channeled there for that moment.
I think you've been playing Sigma for too long.
Yeah, it's rubbing off on me. Time to go.
On a short break?
Yes, maybe we can reset our minds that way. Yes,
In that
please.
case, BRB. We back.
Unlike Luna.
That started fast.
Wait,
But we already went.
What?
shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God, what the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this?
Yes.
Unless, and then what if? Perhaps?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark!
Quark?
It's Quark the killer.
Oh. Oh shit. Tenmuji is a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Oh, that's why we're going.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like I said earlier, hopefully they found him by now, because...
This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time. How much time do we have left?
4 minutes.
To quote Justin Timberlake, we only got 4 minutes to save the world.
Quite literally.
Oh no.
But isn't it only the other that will die? No, they have all three of them need the watch to get through the door.
and Clover will die if they can't go through.
This is how we all died in one of the previous routes.
Yeah.
Who was it? K and Phi couldn't get through the door because they didn't have Quark's watch.
Yeah. You need all 3 bracelets. Yeah, it always needs to be groups of 3.
Yeah.
No, no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so.
Sigma and Phi have the green one. Well, our group is okay.
Yeah.
But
We're
it's
safe.
Tenmyuji, who did it say? Tenmyuji and Clover that will die if Quark isn't found.
Let's move. Then you have to wait for every door to open, for it to close behind you. Then you have to wait for the elevator to come up, so that you can go down again.
Nope. This place needs a staircase. I wonder if there's elevator music.
That'd be cool. But a really bad one.
Isn't elevator music usually bad?
I'm pretty sure somebody likes it. No,
Oh,
do you
is
think
such a
Quark
long
is
ride.
there?
I think yes.
Oh, and then Tenmyuji does the thing where he just leaves and leaves us all to die?
That could happen. Ah, they opened 4 minutes early. It took us 4 minutes to get here.
That's fair.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So, wait. If Quark has been found, Tenmyuji is now going to leave because...
You're late.
Why not? And if they haven't, we need to watch them die.
But he's not here. Oh wait, where's the 9 door? In the AV warehouse.
I don't know.
What the fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
Yeah. I like that the place is just labyrinthine enough that opportunity is never realistically a hard question. I know, right? And there's like corners and there's doors at like every couple
And no one
meters.
ever gets lost. We all immediately know the way.
Yeah. What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
Oh, wait. I kind of like this flow. Because if we just don't give him the bracelet, we can now watch him die in a slow and agonizing death.
Yeah, well, together with the rest.
Isn't he alone? He was with Luna.
Oh, he was with Luna. Oh, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like, I don't give a fuck.
So we killed Luna so that we can see Dio die.
So Phi did it because Dio felt feelings that he wasn't allowed to. What about Tenmyuji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think? Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet?
No.
Hand it over.
Who had that one? Fine.
Phi. Oh my god. Phi pulled it out of her pocket. The face still shone with blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Phi's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go.
Oh, he's with Kay.
Yeah, and Luna.
He can't be with Kay and Luna. Then they're with 4.
Oh wait,
Oh,
Kay,
with Ella.
he was with Kay and Alice, we were with Luna. Yeah. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, Kay gave Luna's bracelet to us because of
Yeah.
that reason. Yeah.
Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Where's the rest?
Being a human being.
Yeah. Not that you'd understand, Dio.
3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind,
Oh, come on! Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me!
but
Is that a loss?
3 minutes remain.
I was hoping for the number 9 door. Has now been opened.
Alright, fine.
Besides, might as well wait till another 3 minutes too.
Yeah, I mean, we're here.
2.5.
I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby.
No, you don't.
He definitely does not.
I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
I think that's a
What?
lie. Or do you think he had a kid with the unclean woman that he mentioned in the Dio ending?
Dio is Quark's father.
I mean, they kind of look similar, but yeah, of course, sure. Yeah, and let me guess. You were just out to get milk. And maybe some cigarettes. Yeah, sure.
That's...
The D in Dio stands for dad.
You have to trust me.
Daddy Dio?
No.
No.
I swear, it's God's honest truth.
Yeah,
Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now.
Seriously, why not just wait the 2 minutes?
Yeah. Why are you telling us things? You are making it way worse for yourself. There's a point they can't look for the others. Yeah, they can't look, but they can wait the 2 more minutes until the doors are about to close to go inside at least.
Yeah, like, it's not going to kill him to stand here for another 2. Like, wait at the door, before the doors close, go in.
Like, the only helpful thing we can do at this point is to decide that the 2 groups that are here take the 2 white doors that are the farthest away from where the others would appear from.
Oh, that's
So
also
that
smart
their
thinking.
distance is, yeah, but they're right next to each
That's
other.
also really sweet.
It's seconds.
Why do we need to wait?
We
to
don't
give
have to.
Kay a peace of mind.
We don't have to.
Yeah, but then at least Kay knows
Yeah.
if the rest is okay.
It's just for us.
Yeah.
I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid.
It's not like he's refusing to go in. He just wants to wait a little bit.
I can do fuck all to save the others. What is waiting going to achieve?
It's just about the knowing.
Nothing.
It's
Absolutely
literally
nothing.
just the knowing.
Yeah. Overthinking hardcore, but I'm guessing this might be part of why. What if, like, Tenmyuji is carrying Quark and they barely make it through the door, and then Tenmyuji collapses because he's been carrying Quark the entire time? Then at least Kay could quickly run back, grab Quark and floop him through the door. I don't know, little things like that. Ultimately, no, it doesn't matter.
I personally would just like to know if they came in last moment or not.
Yeah, same.
If I lose, it's all over.
But in the grand scheme, it doesn't do anything.
Please.
Kay turned to look at me and Phi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well.
Huh?
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the 2 of you join us. That is my condition.
Kay needs soft kisses on his robot lips. Question: which part of the mask are the lips? Is it the long parts? Because it kind of looks like an insect's mandibles.
He has the insect mouth, like a grasshopper.
Like, so you have to kiss him like sideways, like.
Oh, now I'm imagining a grasshopper mouth, and that's...
Oh look, please don't.
Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
Again, no one present needs to die now. Yeah. What?
Yeah, but we're not all doing this to die, right? Are we really gonna make a stand? Like, they come and we don't go in? Like, I understood
What
this
is
as...
there is to do? To what? Why would we not go through the door? We will die.
I didn't interpret this as we're not gonna go in at all. I thought we're just waiting until the last moment. What is this?
No.
And we all go down together.
I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
Also, in this time, the 2 minutes are already up. This whole conversation, even if you speak normally and I press the A button, takes 2 minutes.
Imagine a sinking ship and you already filled 2 of the 3 lifeboats. You don't put down the 2 boats into the water to safety because... But the 3rd one is still empty.
I am slightly confused here.
Like, there is no choice here. Waiting and not going through the door achieves nothing. It's suicide.
Basically.
Staying alive and learning is more than enough. Exactly.
So I understood it correctly. Kinda dumb. That is kinda dumb. If it was just about waiting until the last moment just to see if they're okay, I would fully get it. I would do the same. Like, I would hate going in there not knowing what happened and if they made it until much later on. But this! Why?
Because you don't press buttons.
I guess.
I can't just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them.
It's not ditching! Just go through the door when you hear the 1 minute remaining.
We're currently playing the flow where the main character has decided to do really dumb things for reasons we cannot possibly relate to. Good thing this is only one of the flows. In the others he doesn't. Fine.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
For once.
One minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
He's gonna force them through the door.
He's gonna knock us out and throw us in the room. Huh? Yeah. Thank you, Kay. Thank you.
This kind of shows that Kay in the end is kind of a good guy.
Hey, my moan wasn't even that bad.
That is true.
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Why?
Do you actually believe Dio?
What does believing Dio have to do with this?
What?
I am so confused.
It doesn't matter if Dio is lying or not. Staying outside means we die.
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Okay, what are you
I'm not
sorry.
entirely
doing?
Sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain.
Wait, so now he's just holding us like a sack of potatoes or what?
If only you pressed the button, we would find out.
Goodbye.
Okay, turn and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Fine, I lay on the floor moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Okay,
We
what?
were actually planning on dying.
We're still here. Oh my lord.
We are...
What? But why? I hope this isn't offensive. Is there a cultural disconnect here? Like, are there countries? Are there cultures? I'm imagining this game was written by Japanese people coming from a Japanese developer. Is that a thing in Japan? That
I don't think this has to do with
there are
that.
people that would choose like this? Because I don't get it. There's absolutely nothing that makes sense in these choices in the last couple of minutes.
It's also not that the bond between us is so good, where you think like, if they don't live, I won't live.
Even if that bond is so strong, it's like Kay said, wouldn't you want to live so that their sacrifice wasn't in vain?
Well, I can understand. I mean, yes, I fully agree, but I can understand. I'm not gonna
I don't
live
want to go on
without
without you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
okay.
kind of thing. But not even that is the case.
And it would have been nice if they said it. Wait, really quick, did we miss something? Where was the part where they said, no, I've suddenly become very suicidal and I don't want to do this anymore?
No one's left behind comes to mind, but that falls flat if you're not able to retrieve them. In this situation, you can't do anything but go on. So that's why I thought it was so weird, but you understood it correct. I really thought it was about just waiting and see if they made it. But it was about making a stand and dying together. Let's just move on. This is so weird.
Not quite able to walk yet, fine, I crawled out of a secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. The reason why you're numb and tingly isn't because Kay punched you, it's because apparently you have no blood in your brain.
Our brain shut down.
Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
Yeah, please, tell us exactly what were you feeling in front of a door that made you not want to move? I nodded, and then we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyuji, Clover, Quark. I hope they were alright somehow, but...
Why do I think this is another ending where people just go missing and we don't know what happened?
I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Five finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of a hallway, feet dragging as if she was carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. I was hoping we would get at least 1 or 2 endings today, but apparently not. Because we have to be doing these things. It's a nice yellow.
Hey, there was a lion again.
Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah. It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does it mean we'll be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark.
Why suddenly caring for the others is kind of out of character too, yeah? Who gave her permission to feel a connection to the others?
Yeah, we should have a huge fight about this right now. Yeah. Oh, sorry, what did Tenmyuji, Clover and Quark do that made you think it's appropriate to feel a certain way about them?
Yeah, I'm still a bit weirded out by this.
I am so happy that we're playing this flow now, because up until this part, the writing of this game has been outstanding. And here it's like...
This makes zero sense.
Maybe that's Virtue's last reward.
I guess.
Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Netflix?
I want to watch anime. Yeah, I'm worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Is this the ending where, because of our dumb choices, like the one they just had, we're the only 2 survivors? Because Dio had already gone into the room, but Kay was late, so they both died? Also, here on the right hand side, you see the shortcuts I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but that's not the one I meant. Because if you go down, you go to the flow.
Yeah.
Hey! Hey, look! Look how long the flow is!
Press it.
Also, that is quite a... And we have another AB. Jesus!
Why does it have to be this flow though? Why couldn't it be any of these where the writing was good? Like all of this.
So Quark isn't gonna get out, we know that now.
I love the entire game except for this part.
Was there any luck so far? There was no luck on here,
No.
but I think there might have been.
And no, we will be able to see that. It's always this icon.
Oh, true. So
This
there was
is still
no...
locked, this we unlocked.
Oh yeah, so there was no lock.
We could have had this flow in the very beginning, yeah?
Yeah. The lock so far is completing the security room. Oh, so there would have been one behind this.
Right. What do you think this flow will hold for you? I'm guessing 2 more character endings, and I pray that neither of these is the true ending. I don't want it to be in the universe where these 2 assholes just did that. I want the Phi and Sigma from the other flows back. I'll even take horny creepy Sigma over this one.
Some fucking answers would be nice.
Let's find out.
If we're gonna get a character ending, it can only be Phi. We already got the rest. The rest is dead.
This could be the Phi and Sigma ending.
Do you think Sigma gets its own ending? I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Why not?
I think this is a good point to save a few minutes in, because we're not gonna finish this room and then we can investigate fresh.
I don't like it, but I'll take it because after this conversation my head hurts. Hey, 69 hours.
Just quick. You had 10 seconds. Oh, you had 10 seconds. Now you're over. You could have had 69. It was at 59. Oh wait, you can't have 69.
Yeah, sorry, say it again.
Never mind. My head hurts too, apparently.
Sorry, how many seconds is there in 1 minute?
At least I realized immediately. I've listened to Beth before, and there is more.
What was it, 300 seconds in a minute? Something like that. I miss that. Hello, Sabes. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing?
What he said. That's
69 hours, 69 minutes, 69 seconds.
That just shows how much that bit of the conversation took me out of it. Like, it made no sense at all.
There's some clocks on the internet with 69 seconds. Not sure they work properly. No, but they're nice.
The one who invented this time had a missed opportunity there.
Yeah, we should write a petition to have like the minute, hour, day format changed so that we can make 69 seconds happen.
Knowing the internet, that will get a lot of signatures.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
It would be a nice cause too. Get it?
Where did you end in the story? We
just entered the security room after learning that this flows, Sigma and Phi, are
stupid.
The worst characters in the entire game so far. Because they were willing to die for absolutely
no reason.
No gain. It wasn't even we'll sacrifice ourselves so that the others can live. It was just let's die together and just stand here.
And at this point, Tenmyoji, Clover and Quark aren't missing. Like, they should be confirmed dead, seeing how they don't went into their rooms. Because we went in just before they closed, so there's also no way they're gonna be able to pull off they came in last second and they survived. Because then we would have heard a door open at least, or seen them coming.
To be honest, if I'd seen this flow first, I might have dropped the game. Same.
Yeah, that little bit of conversation kinda was like,
It's so wild. Everything we've played up until here was like I don't know, 10 out of 10 for me. The writing is so good, so good. But this flow, it was good. The back and forth between Phi and Sigma, okay, character, Phi is being a bitch about things, cool, I can take it. But that just now in front of that white chromatic door.
Easily write that different and still have the same outcome. Yeah, they could have gone like, hey, we're gonna wait here until the very last second, and then Kay is like, I'm not gonna risk that, and then like 30 seconds before, maybe like does what happened now and kicks them in the room, and he's like, oh, I can't risk you being late, I don't know, something like that. Like, it would have been more understandable than this.
Who do you think you can trust in this flow? Only one person. Kay. Dio is a lying piece of shit, as always. Tenmi Yuji doesn't even consider surviving himself. He would just kill himself to move Quark beyond the door, which doesn't need to happen. Clover is out of her mind, besides she's not necessarily always the smartest. Phi and Sigma have just disqualified themselves from the mental Olympics.
But Kay is also the only one where I believe him that when he betrays us, he does it for the greater good and to save us all.
Yes, he always has a reason. We might not like it, but he has a reason.
Like, Kay has betrayed us and escaped, but it was always like, I'm doing this to save you all and to get help and to get out sooner because there's murderers and all of this. Yeah. And I actually do believe that he does it because he thinks that's what's best to do in the situation.
It makes sense.
With Clover and any of the others, I don't believe it.
Unless someone lost his bracelet like Quark in the K ending where confirmed dead, yeah.
Well, no, the door's closed. They didn't go through the room, which means they are dead.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm putting the specifics on it.
Yeah, unless they found a way to get rid of her bracelets.
No way.
Which I wouldn't be shocked if they did, because there has to be at least one way on how to do that without dying. Or they all caught. Honestly, at this point, I think Phi and Sigma have Radical 6 and their brains went really slow in front of a door. It makes no sense.
That's the only logical explanation I'm willing to accept.
Who do you think killed Luna and Alice? I think Kay killed Luna.
I
think
Alice,
revenge for old dead lady.
Alice died by Radical 6. Luna got killed by Clover.
Oh, Alice, I forgot. Radical 6 in this case.
No, I think you also said...
No, I didn't.
Didn't you also mention someone?
No. Time is always a sliding scale in these games. Yes. Yeah. You have a point there. But still. Still.
Very annoyed. Such a little thing that throws away like everything.
If this turns out to be the flow with a true ending, I don't know what to do.
This is not a true ending.
I hope not.
I think it was even already said which was the true ending, no? When we discussed that we want to know so that we make sure we do that one last.
Yeah, but I forgot what the answer was. Well. But still, my point still stands. Is there some reason why somebody would choose, okay, if the three of them don't make it back, we should just all not go through the door and effectively commit suicide together? I don't see it. I do not see it.
You have to do the true ending last. It's not functionally optional.
Yeah,
but
I know,
we want to be in the flow thingy as well. We don't want to like end to another lock and then have to hop back and then back again. We really want to do that last so that it's fully open as far as it can.
Yeah, and I just really don't want this to be the one, because this Dio and Phi don't, this Sigma and Phi, they don't deserve it. You want confirmation whether this is the true or not? No, not yet. No.
If it is, it's too late now anyway. After we're done with this one and it isn't a true end, I want to know. Because then we can know where we need to jump to.
Why would they do that? why would you not want to survive? So that at the very least you could, I don't know, do something basic, like get revenge for the people that died unnecessarily throughout this game.
I do not know.
Like, I understand that being in the situation of these characters, all of this is awfully confusing and you're being messed about and all that. But shouldn't an underlying emotion in all of this be anger? Why was I put into this situation? Why are you okay with people dying? Why is nothing being done? Why is all of this happening? Shouldn't you like try to get answers to your frustration and find out who did all of this? Look at this from a fresh playthrough. If you got this first, you'd still have compassion for the other characters. But I do have I see your point. But yeah, it wouldn't be less stupid. Exactly. Like, the only person I feel zero sympathy for is Dio. He was always iffy. Once we got his ending, I assume that the things we learned about him in his ending are actually the truth and not also just some fake stuff that he made up.
That would be... They wouldn't go, that would be too confusing in the end, when they also come like, oh, this was not true and this was true and you have to take this with a grain of salt.
I think it's instinct of a person who can use a morphogenetic field. They value information rather than their lives, even if they aren't aware they use it. But there was no information to be gained. The choice was, so do we get through the door or do we just wait here and drop dead?
Die together or not?
Yeah. I think, Dark Lord, I think it was you that kept going, well, if you survive, you get to learn more.
Like, we weren't even willing to go through the door at the very last moment. Because that's why we're confused. I thought we were just gonna wait and see if they still came in the 3 minutes, and when it was like, 1 minute remaining, we would like, okay, fuck, they dead, we're gonna go in now. But it was
then we could have still had a sad moment where like Phi is already halfway through the door and like Sigma has a breakdown and that's why he isn't moving. No, there could have been infinite possibilities that were written more sensible than this. I wonder what other dumb things this Sigma and Phi are gonna do in the rest of the story.
I hope not. I'm gonna take this anger to bed with me, and hopefully Friday I will have forgotten about it. And we're gonna get some redemption.
I will reuse today's stream title when it actually makes more sense. I really hoped we would be getting to, oh, bad ending, to be continued, and then we just whoop, go to the others. What do you think you'll learn in the security room? That there's cameras everywhere, like we already learned in the other flow that we played.
Actually get to see some of the footages.
Assuming we get access to archive footage. Yes.
Maybe some stuff that was recorded before we woke up. Like before the game actually started. Like old footage of the stuff.
Yeah. Possibly.
That has inspired here.
I hope we get to, I agree, we get to see Phi eating schnitzel. Yes. I want this to be a properly animated 3D CGI short film.
Schnitzel porridge. Get your facts straight.
Tifa, you are the only person who believes and is somehow obsessed with the idea that these people are eating slush. No.
I mean, that's kind of what I can imagine you have to eat in this situation. It's food that needs to survive for a long time. And just putting it in an airtight bag doesn't guarantee it's gonna stay like that. So the best way is to work with like grains, or when it's like pulverized, or powder. Powder stays good forever.
One day, we will start a stream and we will announce, hey guys, this is our last stream together. Not because we're stopping all of this, not because we're breaking up, but because Tifa has become an astronaut. And her only reason to go through the rigor, through the training of going to space is the motivation that she gets to eat the space-paced foodstuffs. Yeah.
It would not be unlikely.
Tifa really liked Danganronpa V3. Yes, she did. I did too. Tifa, I swear, one day if you do a career change, I see it. I close my eyes and I open my soul to the infinite possibilities of the future. And in one of them, I distinctively see you at the NASA headquarters, boarding the spaceship, and I'm sitting there crying because it's dangerous and all of these things. And then I cry my eyes out. I take a tissue. I wipe the tears away because potentially this is the last time I get to see the love of my life. And she is trying to cheer me up. She has her back turned to me. And in my mind, I'm praying, please turn around one more time. And then she does. And she, with one hand, she gives me the thumbs up. She gives us this bullshit grin like, and in the other, she's holding a crate of space-paced food.
The luminary of the stars.
And Jack the Red Comet. It's...
Look, I'm in space. Gravity has no effect on me.
I wish it did. V3 kinda isn't new anymore. Yeah, but that was the Japanese title, no? It was Danganronpa, Super Danganronpa is Danganronpa 2, and New Danganronpa V3 is the V3.
The new one.
Yeah, it's the new one. If you think about it, it makes sense. It's like in the 90s, you know, the people that make Nintendo games. First it was Mario Brothers. No, it was always Super Mario Bros. But first there were games, then Super Nintendo there were Super Games, and 64 they became Games 64. Tetris 64. It's a thing
I still gotta play the Tetris on the Switch.
Yeah, you do. Tetris 99.
Yeah.
This is ground control to Major Tomfa.
Eating schnitzel porridge.
So, Cadet Tomfa, you are tasked with doing a supply run to the ISS, restocking their food stores for the next 6 months. Is everything going okay? And Tifa goes, 6 months?
If you cut the rations, it should be fine.
They got a little bit fat anyway, right? They can do 75% rations. Also, no joke, I've got this annoying headache like over here on the left side of my forehead, and I honestly think it's from Sigma and Phi.
That's where your mad vein is.
Yeah. Maybe I pulled up my eyebrows too much, like I've got a cramp up here or something. Just give Tifa a copy of Zero Time Dilemma, she'll be stuck on it for about 6 months.
Which?
The last one. That's the third one.
Oh. Well.
I think whether we'll play this one depends entirely on how the true ending route turns out.
I still have very good hopes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forgive them for what happened here.
Yeah, let's try that. They've got a good track record. You know, everybody fumbled sometimes.
Exactly. It's okay.
But still though, imagine if you buy a car, okay? And it's a new one, and they deliver it, okay? You go to the dealership, and they tell you, here's your keys to your brand new car. It's right outside of the parking lot. And you check out your car on the outside, and it's beautiful. It's the color you wanted. It's everything you dreamed for. Sure hope so. And then you unlock the door, and then you realize the salesperson took a huge shit on the driver's seat. It's still the car you wanted. You still love it.
I wouldn't compare it like that, but... It's okay. We're gonna get over this.
That scene
it's
was
okay.
doo-doo.
It's fine. It's fine.
How did I know it was going to be shit on the seat? Because you've spent enough time here to know how we're thinking.
More for genetic fields.
And I am honored to have you, and I feel touched that you have reached this moment. Yes.
You know what moment we also reached? The end of the stream.
It's time to make good decisions now.
Gonna
Off
play
stream.
some aggressive Tetris before going to bed, and unfortunately, going to work early tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna press this button.
Go for it.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us and getting through that last stretch. We'll be back on Friday, hopefully with better main characters. See you then. Bye.
Thank you, thank you.